Welcome to Albion TV's live coverage of the 20v20 Crystal League. I am Shozen, your host, and I am joined by Robinhood, RS, and Bogul. We will be bringing you great 20v20 action, the evolution of the city fights, now brought to you in Crystal League form in a full season of battles, and I think we'll have level 3s and 2s this week. Am I right, Robin?
You are correct there, Shozen. Looks like it's going to be a full push into the middle here. Overcharges are popped. DCS rocking the Avalonian Hammer, Armor of Valor, Duty Boots with the Assassin Hood. And it's going to be up against maybe a Pug team here. Yeah, looks like it is. Nice Avalonian Hammer engagement right off the rip. Got the Bridal Furies there popping out some of that engagement damage. But looks like it's going to be a wild back and forth. Just a battle for mid control at the rip. You know, it's always crazy at the beginning. So it looks like first kill does go in favor of the red team. Jungle and the blue team backing up to the northwest side here. Avalonian Hammer engagement is big. Nice execution onto the top. Defensive Locust just a little bit too late there for the red team. The return Avalonian Hammer comes in as well onto the blue team on the choke. They're going to get melted. The execute comes out by Rock and Snow, and the blue team getting pushed all the way back to northwest cap here. Permafrost does land. The hills are coming out, though. Looks like a stabilization is going to come in here. Calmland does connect. It's going to be a big one, followed up by the one-handed mace stun. Jungle looking for a return. Avalonian Hammer engagement comes in. Permafrost is squiffed. Defensive Locust does get burned, though, for the red team. And now it looks like it's going to be another pushback onto the center here. Blue team doing what they can. DCS with the Armor of Valor there, trying to shut down some of the ranged DPS and whatnot. Reset coming down for the front line of the blue team. Nice Camland engagement. That's huge. Any follow-up on that? Massive execution there. Noob Slayer, I believe, and Mosif doing God's work with those melees. And the blue team just getting caught off in this choke point. Avalonian Hammer engagement comes in. The return comes in with the Avalonian Hammer. Defensive Locust there being used on the front line of the red team. There finally comes the Locust for the blue team. But they've lost the choke point. Rotation point-wise, though, it's going to go in favor of the blue team here. It's going to be a 3-2 cap rotation. And what a crazy start here for the 20 versus 20s with this blue and red team here, Shozen.
Yeah, I was able to get the other one up and streaming. Sorry I wasn't there to cast with you early on, but I was getting the other one ready. So we will have more than one match to watch that is on recorded today, because I believe the next ones are level 2. Not quite as exciting as a level 3 or 4, but we'll give you some action today.
Yeah, just a little knock up on the IP cap for the level 3s over the level 2s. That's where you're seeing the 5-2 Avalonian Hammers and the relics being used here. Surprised he didn't go for a little bit higher on the armor, only 4.2 overcharged. But DCS doing God's work with the Avalonian Hammer. It's going to be a battle for this northeast choke point. Battle for the middle. The rat cap is engaged on the northwest side. Massive engagement. The permafrost landing onto the choke point. The return Avalonian Hammer. Duty boot knockup. Execute comes in with the bloodletter. And that was a crazy engagement. But it looks like the 5v5 teams crept around the south side of the blue team here. Hits the backline. They do get to execute onto Rudin. And DC is trying to do what he can to shut it down. Looks like the northeast cap is broken here. The red team just steamrolling through them and just pushing them down into the choke point. Nice permafrost engagement. DC is doing what he can with the Avalonian Hammer here. He's not going to find much, just slowing down the advancing forces. And it looks like the blue team are once again getting pushed back to 10. They're losing members left, right, and center, getting left behind on the eastern side of the cap point. 20 seconds remaining until the next point rotation. It looks like it's finally going to go in favor of the red team, but northwest cap is being taken. If it doesn't get stopped, the rotation falls into, there we go, finally. It may even be a 4-point rotation. Eastern cap is getting pinged. 2, 1, nothing gets stopped. It's going to be a 40-point rotation for the red team here. And great play.
Great play for the red team. That is not what the blue team needed there. They knew they were going to be down points. They knew they were going to lose that rotation. But to lose an extra cap, and only for such a short period of time, and lose 20 points for it, that's got to hurt. They have to make that up somewhere here in this fight.
Yep. And I think they just need to try and, just watching at the moment, like a lot of their DPS doesn't seem that well coordinated at the moment. The Avalonian Hammer engagement is perfect. Just a little bit of the follow-up damage from, I believe, the melees, the Bridal Fury isn't connecting well. Here we go. Avalonian Hammer connects.
Goes in.
Permafrost way too late on that engagement. Absolutely misses the clump as well. But the melees are doing work on the back line.
Yeah, they're wrapped around completely, and they're getting a good hit in there. Red is extended a little deep on this with their melees into the back line, and I think they're going to pay for a couple of them. But up front, they are just taking down One Punch Man. 3 kills on the front line, 2 in the back.
It's a full
now
life.
Bringing more in with the Avalonian Hammer there, just pulling people in, and this is a murder fest right now in favor of the red team. They really took control of this since the, what was it, the second engagement?
Yep. And the 5v5 team, the chicken team you see actually trying to hunt down Theseus right now, this 5v5 team wrapped around through the back cap and actually hit the choke point, and that engagement itself stopped all the heals coming out and was able to let the rest of the red team push in and just fully wipe on that choke point, just absolutely demolishing the blue team here. And they need to do something, though. The points are still getting taken by the rat. It's doing its work. 3-2 on the point cap rotation at the moment. 10 seconds remaining. No points are getting hit. So it's going to be an actual point rotation for the blue team here. It's only going to be 20 points, though. But still, it's stopping the bleed, and it's going to be able to allow the blue team here to stabilize and, you know, just
they just got back
focus
in it.
just a little bit.
Though they're able to just bleed off 20 points from their opponent there. Bring this, keep it reasonable. 30 points, a single good rotation, keep it a reasonable point deficit. And now they're turning it around and getting some good engagements. If they can keep this up and stabilize, like you said, they're still in this fight.
Yep. But that 5v5 team, you see it just on the northeast side of our screen right here. They're just coming in the back lines. Permafrost, they have 3 Permafrost back there. And I believe maybe a one-handed crossbow. And they are just demolishing the healers and the clothies that are caught in the back. But at the front line, look at this engagement.
Wow.
It's going to be a quad.
Engagement. That's
more than a kill. That's
right
a pentakill. That was disgusting. Finally,
wow.
So like we were talking about just a minute ago, the combination of the DPS, finally, it looks like the blue team have found their rhythm with that engagement. That's what they've been looking for this whole entire time. And look at the points now, 112 to 129. It's a really close match now. And now they just need to keep focus on the cap points, what they've been doing. They're going to secure Northwest, probably.
Yeah, they've got the opportunity here.
Yeah, they may even
get
take
the caps
Southeast
in their favor. That was an incredible push. They just took down, like we said, I think it was 8 guys went down in the total out of that. And that was just a brutal engagement all the way across the board. Well done by the blue team. And I think they're going to be able to secure this rotation if they can get up the middle and hold it.
Yeah, it looks like the red team trying to push in here. We may see even the rat cap maybe go for the home cap of the red team. But look at that. Northwest cap is being taken right now by the red team. That could be troublesome here. It does get stopped. Both points are ticking from the east and west. They just need to stop that Northwest cap one more time, and they secure the point rotation, but they don't. It's a failed cap rotation for the blue team. That's 20 points knocked off the boys here. But at the same time, look at Theseus just melting through. Dexu just gets pummeled here by the hand of justice. And Theseus doing work in the back line. Any engagement, perfect Avalonian Hammer. Armor pierce onto the front line. It's going to be a deletion on the choke point.
Anybody got a napkin? Holy shit. Somebody's got to wipe that up.
God
Those guys
damn.
are just like spots on the carpet. What are you doing?
That
Clean
was
those bugs
a
off your windshield.
disgusting engagement. That's how it's done.
5 killed off the rip and just pushing them all the way back. They should be able to get another cap out of this at least. That was a dominating performance right there, and they are going to be able to take the lead off of that engagement. They got to be able to. They can't lose another poor managed cap after an engagement like that.
Yeah, they're looking at the red team, seeing where they're going to rotate. Looks like it's going to be a northwest rotation here,
still
just
don't
so
have
the
western
red team
cap?
can hold on to the cap here. Their rat's probably going to go for the back end.
That was an opportunity to get a 4 cap there.
They've still got 45 seconds remaining. We shall see. They need one massive
Red's
engagement.
in really good
but look at
position
this.
here, and this is what's going to happen. They caught him in the choke. 2 down, easy catches by Red, but they're going to pay for it because Blue is just, they got some dominating DPS today on the field.
Yeah, perfect defensive locus there on the choke point for the blue team. Still, you see the fire artillery raining over the top there from the back end of the blue team onto the front line of the red. It is a massive brawl here on the northwest choke. Point rotation, 20 seconds remaining. It's still holding on for the blue team, and they are just pummeling away on this front line. 2 kills in favor of the blue team here. The back line just getting melted. Mosif looking for an execute with those Bridal Furies. Point rotation, though, is going to go in favor of the blue team here. Nice Avalonian Hammer engagement. The return comes in onto the blue team as well. Geminex chomping away here with the Avalonian Axe. He is going to get targeted, though. Champion of Brazil also shielding himself. Look at that engagement on the northwest side. It's going to be a nice engagement just pushing back the red team here. What a crazy back and forth. Shout out to the support players and the healers on both sides, just keeping men alive while this insane back and forth happens. Another perfect Avalonian Hammer engagement. No follow-up, though, unfortunately. Only a Bridal Fury engagement. Theseus actually getting the final knockout there with the Hand of Justice. And it looks like Dexu falls once again. I believe that may be his 4th death. Permafrost engagement onto the advancing forces of the blue team here. But red team are getting pushed back to their tent. They do have time to rotate. And I think it's going to be a full reset here. There's no way blue team pushes back past this choke point. Maybe one Avalonian Hammer engagement.
Got to get their cap game in play here. If they're going to do this kind of push, they have to take advantage of it. This whole, okay, finally they've gotten the caps going into their favor. They've gotten it. And I know you're going to say there's still 45 seconds. There's still 60 seconds. There's still a minute left to go. But as we saw last time, when you can get your guys into position, you can make sure you don't lose those last 2, even if you're down dudes. You can hold those corner areas, make sure they can't get to those back 2, points, and they'll only lose 20 points here after an incredibly dominating push by blue.
Yep, and actually it forced the red team to come fight on the northwest side. Massive camline engagement onto the front line of the blue team. Not enough follow-up damage, though. The execute's a little bit too slow there by Rocking Snow. Bunny team goes down for the red team. He gets executed, and look at this push here. The caps are going to be held in place for the blue team. It is getting ticked away on the northwest side, but they're here. They're going to stop that. It's fine. So it's going to be another 20-point tick-off onto the red team scoreboard here, bringing the blue team finally into the lead after some dominating performances in the CVZ side of the 20 versus 20 here.
And actually, are they going to? Just missed that 4th cap.
I did see it taken away.
Right now, they could be putting this match away if they had that 4 cap just a little bit behind on the cap play. It's allowing the red team to stay in this, and we'll see if red team can turn this around and make blue team pay for it.
Yep, and look at that. As soon as the blue team mounted up and rotated to the northeast side, the rat cap for the red team instantly taking that northwest cap. So that's going to fall in favor. And southeast side also getting taken here by the red team. So blue team in a little bit of spot of trouble when it comes to caps. We shall see how they perform. 80 seconds remaining, and let's see how they shine in this next CVZ here on the northeast side. Looks like Theseus looking for an engagement on the back end here. Does get Robe of Purity bounced away. He is looking for that shutdown on Dexu. He's trying to line up that Avalonian Hammer engagement. There it is. Finally, with the execute, with the Bridal Fury. Biggie X goes down. He's going to get melted. Ninjin goes down as well. Looks like the red team once again bullied back up onto the choke point. Perfect engagement as well by the ranged DPS. Bridal Fury execute as well. The boys are getting shredded here. Champion of Brazil goes down. Baba's about to go down. DC is trying to bully the back end of the red team's heals, stopping those heals coming out on the retreating forces. Sumba, very low. He needs to back up there. Very low. He nearly got executed himself.
A 6-for-1 trade on that. Now goes 6-for-2 as AC off gets taken down in the back line, but really in favor of the blue team on that. And I think they're going to be able to go ahead and take another 20 points off on rotation here, unless they pull something out and go ahead and take that western flank. But I think red is defending it well enough, and they're going to hold.
Yeah, it seems like it. And the 5v5 team actually coming on the back end there. They are currently in the middle, I believe, just poking away at the healers on the back end. DC is doing what he can. Big Avalonian Hammer. The armor pierce did come out, but no follow-up damage. The return Avalonian Hammer comes out. There comes the permafrost. Only a little bit of a tickle on the front line. Defensive Locust there getting placed along with the reset pretty much perfectly. And Mosif,
he's going to get out. Nicely done.
He got out with very much like...
That was his healers and defenders on that. People played well to keep him alive there. Well done by the red team.
Yep, and as all that was happening, the point rotation did come in for the blue team. 77-41 now. Can they finish it off with this rotation? Massive execute onto the front line of the Blues. This could be the turnaround for the red team. Look at this. Blue team getting pushed all the way back, Shozen.
Well, this is one of those opportunities where you have to push. You have to clear some space and get more than one cap here. Bring some of these points back in favor, and this is going to do it. Look at that. The clump, the follow-up, a number of deaths here, just many going down. Oh, actually, did we see a turn up top too? Maybe not. No, I was looking at the points.
No.
All right. Nope. Red team is going to be able to take the caps on this, though. Taking 4 caps with a minute left to go. I don't know if they can hold for a minute, as all these players are getting back to the fight and going directly to the Western cap here, trying to bully it out, overpower it. But they're getting hit 1v1s, going down. This is not the way you want to see it. No. Where do we have for defense there? I'm going to go off into free roam, see what's going on up there.
I think 1 curse staff. So southeast side, the southeast cap just got taken by the blue team. Northwest side is going to get taken as well. So a failed defense here by the blue, by the red team, shall I say?
And they're going to lose multiple caps here. No,
I don't know.
Oh, they were able to defend the Apollinator and Lee Hori off the top rat cap, and Apollinator is going to pay for it. Lee Hori is going to pay as well.
But they took the southeast cap. They took it back, so it's going to be an actual point rotation in favor of the red team here, bringing it down to, what, 43 to 36 here in this 20 versus 20 close. Crystal GVG. Geminex doing what he can in the front line just to melt some of those frontline tanks, but he did just get melted himself. We see the 5v5 team rotating around on the western side from the choke point, actually. And looks like Theseus in a little spot of trouble at the front line. His healers are getting melted. They need to try and focus on that 5v5 team. Just get them out of here. That's all they need to do. And then their healers are safe in the back line. But they're just causing so much havoc at the moment. Robits with that pole hammer. Chickens there doing God's work with the healing staff. And finally, it looks like the boys are looking for an engagement. Perfect engagement with the Judy Boots into the Avalonian Hammer. No follow-up damage, though. Defensive Locust getting burned on the front line here of the blue team. Return Avalonian Hammer comes out. Permafrost does connect. Armor Pierce only landing on 1 person, though, so it's not going to affect that clump at all. And Theseus getting bounced away here by the Robot Purity member of Elevate. God bless. It looks like he's going to rotate and go for the center cap here.
He should. He's all alone. It just at least to pull people off. And to have nobody near him on center, if he pulls this off, this is ridiculous. This is a bad play by Red here. Somebody needed to be near this. Oh, nice play by Chicken. Oh, last second. Could it have been closer? Maybe, but not much.
Looks like he's going to rotate and maybe go for a home cap.
That's it. This is it if they keep this up.
I mean,
pulling out at the end.
I don't know. They may get this cap here at the home. They're going to get... I don't know.
Here comes. Oh my God!
This is a ballsy play.
Oh, you got it!
Oh, perfect evasion there. Oh my God.
31 before rotation. This is absolutely incredible. 30 now as red team gets another point here, and it's just piling it on. This is gonna be, wow.
This is pretty much. I don't know if the blue team can pull it back here. They need to get a 4-point rotation on the next one and keep alive for 110 seconds. They have 8 lives.
I don't think they can do it with just 8 lives. It's hard. You're gonna lose people in this time.
Yep.
When you have to make a play like this, it usually costs points.
And that whole entire time as well shows
great clump up. Here's the follow-up. Make them pay for this, and you could turn. Nope.
It's like that whole time they were missing their Avalonian Hammer engagement on the choke point. Yep. It's GG here. This is it. Red team pulling it back, and it's going to be all she wrote.
Cap play coming into it in the end, dude.
Yep.
It's those points. We talk about it. If you don't win the cap game, you're going to lose the match. You can win the fights over and over again, but if you lose the cap play, especially when you have that advantage, you have to take it. You have to go for it when you have the advantage. You have to get that extra cap. Sometimes it's good to push them back to 10. Yeah, maybe get those extra 3 krills. But a rotation, each one of those caps is worth 20 points. It's like you have to get these things.
And it's like Theseus, even though he went for like the cap game himself, it put a burden on his whole entire Zerg setup. Because that Avalonian Hammer is their engagement tool. That clump that it pulls in with the Avalonian Hammer's E, that's the whole setup for the whole entire Zerg to engage and push through. So that whole time when he was away.
Here comes a rotation. And with just a few points left,
No.
it's Contheus takes it. Here we are. We're talking about the demise on rotation. This could be over if blue team can hold it, because they could get 20 points on this.
And then they just need to kill one person. It's done.
That's it.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Red has to dive and get 4 kills? No, there's nothing. Holy.
What the hell did
We're
we
like
just
talking
watch?
about him in the past tense like they're dead.
I
And
know.
then they come pull it out at the end.
Risen from the ashes, the
What?
mighty blue team pull it back with an insane clutch. Jesus Christ. Yo, shout out to the boys.
One
DCS,
Punch
Nick
Man, you guys
BR,
did
One
him.
Punch Man. Oh
Fucking
boy.
Thea's out there. What the?
What? I think that's the closest one that we've had so far.
Yeah. Man, back and forth.
Yep.
Like,
So
I'm blown away, dude. I'm blown
Yeah.
away.
on the blue team, they had 4 members on their 7th set.
Holy shit, dude.
That finish. I don't think we're gonna have a finish like that in a very long time. That was insane. I faced up against the Sun team before, and it was my first and only 20 versus 20 I partook in, and it wasn't fun. We sat
They
10
kicked your
after
ass,
3
did they?
wipes. Yeah,
well-
it wasn't great.
They're doing pretty good. Is King Mojo now grouping with Sun talk about a bandwagon jumper? What is going on here?
I mean,
I mean,
it's
like,
just everywhere, really.
do you have another reason why this could be?
I mean, Blue Army and Sun merging into one. Who knows? You heard it here first, folks.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, you both work for Poe.
Oh, we have the One Punch Man team up against the
Oh,
Sun
that
team.
should be a good fight. There we go. We just saw these guys.
Yeah, look at that. Here we go with the
They
first
get clumped
engagement.
hard.
Very nice.
Oh. Let's see if they can make anybody pay on the return on that fight. And they do. Tabrilli goes down, and they're in the back line already. And pushing back to Shalefy.
He just
Red's
got
doing work.
blown up,
Go
dude.
One Punch Man.
Yo, Sun team just getting melted here. They're getting pushed back already
They
to the
turned it.
Northwest
They
choke.
got one as well. But they're going to lose probably one more in this engagement. I don't think Little Healer's going to get out of that. And not going to happen.
Nope. It looks like a Bout Feeder may go down as well here. He's getting 1 or 2 hills, but he's going to walk into that choke point. Permafrost, though,
Oh,
stopping
no.
that engagement.
Stupid Beast
Defensive
is
Locust
done.
at the front line. A Bout Feeder's dead.
Yeah.
It's a full wipe pitch.
GG.
It's done. It's GG.
And Red going immediately for caps.
I guess we can hop onto G-List. He is still one-handed mace at the front line for Sun here. He's still fighting his heart out. He's going to
How
get
did
clumped here.
G-List get in Sun? What is this? Who's paying for players now is what I want to know. I see something happening. When did Sun get these players? They got King Mojo and G-List now? Okay.
I mean, you don't really want to pay for King Mojo. He is pretty washed
he
up
gets
in the
stuck with
20
King
versus
Mojo.
20. Yeah. But G-List looking for an engagement here. Does whiff his one-handed mace engagement. He's going to have to wait for cooldowns. It looks like the blue team slowly edging their way back up. They're getting pummeled, though. Nick BR10 just shooting his permafrost down that choke point. And Pedro with the fire artillery there. Does get shut down finally with the Judicator helmet from G-List here. And finally, Silence Pool onto the back line, shutting down some of those heals. He is getting auto-fired by the one-handed crossbow. Once again, does get pierced. Nice little Bridal Fury onto him, retreating force. That's a whiffed Locust there by King Mojo. We did just mention that he is a washed-up player, and he is just proving his worth at the moment, and it's 0. Looks like the boys looking for an engagement onto the choke point. G-List engaging with the wall with his one-handed mace. Nice, finally,
knock
with
up.
the clump. Permafrost does
nothing.
connect. The heals are down already, though. The
really
red team.
good defense by One Punch Man. They really sucked that up well.
Yeah, I mean, the heals are pretty much there before the engagement even comes in from
That's what
Sun.
you have to do. You have to do that. That's how you take these engagements. When you know the opponent's about to dump on you, get your defensive up. It's drop them at the same time as you know they're coming. You can't do it when it's over, because then you're already dead and fleeing for your life.
And it's like, you would
One
think
Punch Man
after
with
having been pushed
4
onto
caps.
this Northwest choke the whole entire time, they would have rotated by now. That's a nice engagement, followed up by some nice damage. Unfortunately, just not enough. Those healers able just to do what they
They
want,
can follow
cast what
through.
they like in the back line. And
Oh,
the
and
front
it
line is
does
just
turn.
living here.
Look at this turn by the red team, just eating the blue team up.
And
G-List being like, I'm
look at
glad I
this.
have some defensive talents. Probably should have used them.
Could be a full push right back to the tent here. The red team just not giving up any pressure at all. G-List just chilling. Defensive wind wall does finally go down.
Okay. You know, I could have seen a couple other places where that wind wall would have been useful.
Yeah. This
But,
whole
you know,
time, though, the point rotations, another point rotation going in favor of the red team. It's 141 to 190 now. And Sun need to do something. They need to figure out what their weakness is here, change it up just a little bit, maybe. I mean, maybe even rotate from this northwest side. They are just constantly going back to the same spot over and over again. Just get a rotation in, boys. Little healer doing what he can with the Avalonian Hammer gets deleted. The return engagement permafrost onto the front line.
Oh my god.
And once
That's
again,
dirty play right there. How do you survive that? What do you do? Oh yeah, you got to get your defensive downs earlier and then not get dragged back away from them and clumped up and defeated by One Punch Man.
Yep. A little bit of in-game flame there from the boys in One Punch Man.
And these guys are good. This is the Sun team that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now that's been very effective. So these guys are no slouch. It's just that this group that's led by One Punch Man, it's not all One Punch Man.
Yeah.
But most of them are. They are doing incredible. And they just played out of their minds one game ago. So they're still riding high. They're like, if we can do that, Sun's team, let's just clump them and beat them. We know how to do it. We're ready to go. And they are so far.
Yeah, but look at that.
And
Finally, Sun's 5v5 team coming in from the middle, relieving some of that pressure from the choke point. The healer is actually getting annihilated. Rudin did go down, but look, take advantage of your 5v5 team putting pressure in the backline, advance up those staircases, make some room on the northwest side. Just get out the choke point. But look at this. They're just getting shut down.
Overextended in a line, and their backline got collapsed on and got eaten up. Oof. G-List is going to get out of here, though. He's going to be okay. He's got a couple of tanks in front of him. He's got plenty of heals, as apparently they've all returned from their death.
One thing that the Sun team don't have plenty of is that's going to be points, because this is going to be a 40-point tick over here. Bringing it down to, what, 93 to 184? There it goes. And once again, G-List and the boys deciding to take this northwest side. They do finally push through, and it looks like it may catch some people off. Nice one-handed mace engagement here by G-List, but not enough follow-up damage. The DPS very scared to push up onto this One Punch Man team. G-List trying to shut down whatever he can in the backline. Nice silence pull onto the backline healers. The boys are doing what they can. The battle has commenced for the center cap. Finally, blue team making some headroom here. This group is kind of
isolated, though. They're going to get surrounded if red collapses on them, and they're making short work of the western flank here. They need to get, blue has to get together and defend itself, and I don't think they're going to get together in time. I think red team played that really well, separating them like that, and it's just it's a walk back home for blue.
Yep, and their backline is just getting munched
on. Oh, no!
Oh, my God!
What we expected at this point. We expected a reset, not going home to tent as quick as possible. Oh, someone get the cart.
God.
Oh.
Just zoom in on that.
Just
look at that.
Looks like the end of an Arch ZVZ. What the hell was that?
Disgusting.
Oh.
I don't know. I expected more from this Sun team, you know?
Well, I did too. They're very good. What we're seeing, though, is that this One Punch Man team is real good. Maybe it's... you know what it is? King Mojo. You're right. Yeah.
It's a pickup, right?
It's a pickup.
So,
it's a pickup team.
Looks like G-List trying to shut down the rats as well. Pollinator with the crossbow, and Li Hoi with the nature staff there. A little bit of help from middle as well, but look at this northwest.
What's going on in the west? I don't even want to see that. G-List, don't go there, please. I don't want to see it. Oh, well, actually, they're finally pushing back. They're pushing back. Maybe they can get a couple of kills out of this, but I imagine they're going to overextend, get cut off, and die, because that's what we've been seeing. No? No?
Looks like it may break through here.
Look.
One Punch Man seems very low. Nice snare charge here on the back line. Avalonian Hammer connecting. No follow-up damage, though. This is what the blue team's been lacking, and then Execute comes out.
Blue team's dead. Yeah, they're already dead. As soon as you saw the red team top off and blue team was completely out of cooldowns, it wasn't going to go well. But now, maybe blue team's getting their cooldowns back. Maybe the guys are getting back from tent just in time to come in.
Nope, they're
even this
the blue
out.
team getting pushed all the way back. Look at those melees. Those melees from One Punch Man. They know what they're doing, and it's just destroying the back line, stopping the heals coming out on the front line. And this is what the front line focus means. Just blue team just getting shredded with the Avalonian Hammer engagements. They're just going to get melted here. Another permafrost. Perfect placement there by One Punch Man. Defensive Locust finally hitting the actual target here by King Mojo. First actual Locust, I believe, that landed where it's meant to. Gila's still doing what he can to slow down the advancing forces of the red team there with the Frost Sandos on his booties. And he's going to just one-hand engagements here. Looks like just trying to push back the red team back onto the choke point. Look at those bodies on this northwest side.
That looks like an arch TVZ.
It does. It's disgusting. Oh, finally blue team actually able to do something. Double Locust there, burn from both teams. G-List doing what he can. I mean, G-List, he's getting those clumps, but then he just dies. I was going to compliment him, but he just overextended and died.
That's just... I'm kind of shocked, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't...
Point rotation, though. Ooh, maybe. It could go in favor of the blue team.
Could it?
It does.
It does? Is this the beginning of a comeback?
Here we go. 51
nope.
to 50, 40, nope. 48 to 150. It's not good when I'm casting the scoreboard and it's just constantly dropping down.
But they do have the caps. They're getting the fourth cap. They're losing mid cap, though. I'm pretty sure they're going to lose mid. They're going to lose back cap.
This is just an annihilation. This One Punch Man team finding their rhythm, and I mean, they just destroyed in their level 3s, and they're destroying now.
They destroy in their level 3s. They had the most crazy back and forth match we've ever seen. But they ride high. They won.
They were on top, yeah.
They've got the emotional lift. They've got the momentum in their favor. This is like a tsunami of emotions that Sun has to face off against, and they can't do that. We saw how they faced off against Tidal when they were solo.
Yeah, that's true. The battle for the mid, though, is underway. The 5v5 teams back and forth. It looks like it's going to be won there by the blue team center. Oh, no, it does get stopped, and it's going to flip back over, I believe. Very big battle there. Looks like the blue team actually able to come in from the northwest side. Look how delayed that push is, though. The boys, like G-List is at the front getting these stops and these stuns. The backline DPS is just so far back here, just playing so scared. I'm wondering if they're even combat looting. G-List is actually trying to rotate back to the home cap here. May not get it in time. He doesn't stop it. And he's going to get pushed off. A Pollinator will melt him with that crossbow. And he is doing what he can to push G-List away. So a Pollinator there on the old rat cap play. And look at this.
These guys are just getting swept up. It's just like... This is murder. This is like a bully. This is mean. This is like what it was like when
oh my god,
when Blue Army would face off against Elevate.
It's just disgusting. Oh my god. This is where you sit tent, surely.
Oh, there's no comeback in the works here.
Oh god. There's no comeback here.
You don't have... If they could even come close, I would be impressed just from the intestinal fortitude, if you will, of getting back up after this defeat. But I don't have it. I'm already just going, okay, I don't feel like losing any more level 6 gear today.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the scoreboard, if you want to pull it up, Bogul, 18 to 51 in terms of kills and deaths. I'll repeat that one more time. 18 to 51 here, which is One Punch Man annihilating the Sun team.
That's...
with probably the worst pickup Locust that you could ever get.
You're talking about King Mojo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I remember when he used to be good.
Yeah, I mean, used to be.
Yeah, but that was like in
2018,
2019?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in 2021 now.
I know. God bless. Do we have any other matches still going?
We do. And It's a good one, and I've got a question for you guys before we head over. Groglor's the name. Don't go there yet. We could either watch what's a really good match in its entirety, because I am recording it, and watch one of our recorded ones first, or come into this one live at the halfway mark.
Let's go to it.
Okay, Groglor it is. BA on their way to a comeback versus Black Order, maybe? I don't know. It was tied at 91.
Looks like it's a Pug team on the other
Or 107.
team.
It was tied at 107. At the halfway point, it was real close. But the Black Order team has done work. They got a 4 cap against BA, and then they just got, at the last second, the rotation, got another 20 points. And now they're just putting a cap game lesson on BA right now, as the BA's got 57 to 32 in kills.
Oh, damn. Wow.
But cap game
is definitely in Black Order's favor.
Interesting that BA is like almost entirely, an entire group here fighting with a couple of mighty frogs, and yet they chose to bench King Mojo with Sun.
This is like the proper formal 20 versus 20 team for BA.
Okay.
This group here. Mojo isn't active enough. Obviously, he's doing other things, shot calling, alliance leading.
He's got other things to do. We
Yeah.
do give him shit, but it's because he doesn't have time to engage in a daily Crystal League activity where you have to be there multiple times a day to participate.
That's correct. And obviously, with the ZVZs and stuff kind of overlapping each other on the 20 versus 20s, you just can't do it. But look at this. The push onto center here. Groggler doing what he can to shut down this advancing force onto the center cap. Nice shutdown on your beam here. Permafrost connecting onto the front line, though, of Blue Army. They're going to live, though. The Hellion Jacket is
they
popped.
have
Nice
to hurry up and get a cap here, or this point game is just going to be too much for them, and they're going to lose. They're winning the fights. They're winning the kill game. They're winning the ZVZs. They're constantly pushing these guys back, but they're not getting the caps. And if you're the main 20v20 team, you have to learn to get caps.
Maybe it's on purpose.
They got it? No, the way they lost a 4 cap. They lost a 4 cap earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
they're fighting
what we
for
just
this
saw
right
there.
now.
The
and they're
rat
gonna
cap
lose
got
it
taken
again.
from red team,
Mhm.
and Blue Army was holding a 3-point cap, but at the same time, the northwest side was getting taken. Point rotation going to fall in favor of the red team here, and it's 8 points remaining to 76. There's
68 to 35 in kills,
yeah,
and blue team's gonna lose.
yep. It's all about the cap game, boys.
Well, I mean, they're getting capped now. I mean, they're still in it. They have 8 points, but to hold 8 points against, you're looking at 6 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Probably
Unless
8.
somehow they get like a 4 or 5 cap rotation, which I doubt. I mean,
not with their cap game. Not with their cap game. Like, they have come up short on this cap game.
Yeah,
as you can tell by the score. I'm not, talking out of school here. All you have to do is look at this ridiculous score here. Go, what the hell happened? And I mean, they're playing against a very good team. The Black Order team has some incredible players on it. You have Grafis and Cargera and Bodeville and like the Crimsic, Gwes.
I mean, look at that lineup.
Crisis,
Cargera,
Beand, Carvinen.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. Bodeville isn't on here today, apparently. Sorry, I called his name. He's not here.
Oh.
That's probably why they're, like losing the kill game.
Look at this.
If he was here.
Oh my god.
And now they're not anymore. Is they're just going to take 5 kills away and end this? Say, we don't feel like a comeback today. Here comes Black Order in force. 4 more to go. They don't have caps, but at this rate, they don't need them.
Nope. It's going to be all she wrote here. Black Order coming out strong.
3.
It's
And
been
the
quite an
caps.
interesting back and forth, actually. I know the midday 20 versus 20s, this team went up against the same team, so it was pretty much the same exact people. Blue Army did win that 20 versus 20, so it's a 1-1 right now for today. I would be pretty intrigued if they do get the same matchup at midnight or whenever the next 20v20 is today. But I mean, 72 to 42. and you still lost. Alrighty. And once
So this
again, no
is
sound on this one.
Blue Army versus who? Do we know?
Elevate.
Elevate.
I believe they're both the A teams.
All right.
And this is a level 4 from last week. It's a pretty long match, so enjoy. One-handed mace engagement here by Rafikon. He is also the 5v5 team player for the Blue Army squad. Looks like he's trying to find engagement. Does connect in the backline. Nice shutdown there with a one-handed mace. Looks like the kills are already going in favor of Blue Army. Getting a double kill there. My nerd with the execution as well. And the Elevate team already getting pushed all the way back. Jamuza also getting another execute onto Luther. And it looks like it's not that great for the Elevate team right off the rip here in the center cap. But it's going to be a long match, so it's a lot of back and forth. Nice shutdown there with the Armor of Valor there from Rafikon onto the range DPS there, just trying to focus fire him down in the backline. He is causing so much havoc here. And it looks like another big countman does connect, no follow-up damage. Blue Army looks like they're going to be able to control the middle here, pushing the Elevate team all the way back down that choke point. Resets does come down. Offensive locus there being used on the front line for Blue Army. The boys in Elevate getting pushed back. Nice one-handed mace engagement here. Nice slam. Only catching one, unfortunately, as the boys in Elevate able to move. Avalonian Hammer engagement comes out. The Bridal Tree engagement doesn't connect with anything, unfortunately. TZ Frosto able to get the execute off with the Bloodletter. Nice catch with the snare charge onto the retreating forces to Elevate on the northwest side. The boys in the Blue Army off to a very good start here. 15 seconds remaining on the next point cap rotation here for the points. It's going to be a 3 cap to 2 in favor of Blue Army. So right off the rip, Blue Army coming in strong versus the Elevate A team here for this level 4 20 versus 20. They're just going to chill here on the northwest side.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be able to go into an easy defensive position here, holding this choke, which is a very popular choke to hold for defense, and get their 20 points. Be happy with it.
And look at that. Instantly, the A team of Elevate reading that they're not going to be able to break that northwest side. They're going to rotate pretty much instantly. They're going to defend the southeast cap at the same time. Choose into a better location for vision. Now look at this. Blue Army is in a bad position in terms of vision. They can't really see much, but all those people just to the south of Rafikon can see everything on this side of the screen. So it's a good position, good rotation from Elevate, and it's going to pay off here. Nice permafrost engagement. June 8 does get shut down there. He's going to get set back to 10, but it's going to be a return engagement. Sishu does get executed from the front lines of Elevate. It's going to be a wild back and forth. Nice camline engagement onto the front line of Elevate. Elevate, though, pushing Blue Army back up the staircase. Those melees causing havoc in the back line. Rafikon trying to do what he can with the one-handed mace. Nice leap, shutting down the group here. The healer's just getting shut down with the silence pools on top. Looks like it's going to be a back and forth. 50 seconds remaining into the next point rotation. And this is not the A team of Elevate, apparently. Zerfax just confirmed in the chat. So I don't know who their A team is now. So maybe they can tell us in the chat who the A team is, but look at this engagement. Nice permafrost engagement, shut down with the silence pool, stopping those heals coming out. Nice play, but the return double kill onto Blue Army's backline, and now Blue Army are getting pushed back. Another one comes out. That's going to be a triple kill. Camland stopping down the advancing forces. Nice snare charge on top of the clump. Blue Army allowing a little bit of breathing room here.
They're going to try to just get through and save their guys here as they're already falling back, and they're going to lose fatality from this. Hopefully they won't lose any more as they are on the back foot already, and they're going to make the turn, push through on the red team, get at least 2. But this is a strange place to be, and both teams have used their cooldowns at this point, and it's who can better coordinate round 2.
Yep, and look at this. Blue Army getting pushed onto the northeast side here. Elevate doing what they can. Nice execute. Jamuza actually going down on that engagement. And I think Blue Army are going to be able to probably give up this choke point. They may get pushed all the way back onto the northeast side here. And look at this pressure. Scump trying to get that execute off with the Bridal Fury. Perfect Avalonian Hammer engagement. No follow-up, unfortunately, for the boys in Elevate. Rafikon, though, trying to still shut down those heals in the backline. Silence Pool does come out June 8, looking for an engagement, trying to build up those stacks with the Bridled Fury. Camline connecting onto the front line. TZ Frost getting armor pierced there. Rafikon very far back. He's going to do a double jump to get back onto his Zerg side here. They're trying to focus down.
Siju just showed up in chat, and what he's going to get to see is himself die. How you doing, Suzuju?
Yeah, look at this. Elevate, though, coming out in front with the point rotation, 161 to 142 at the moment. Blue Army, though, holding the caps in their favor for the time being. 35 seconds remaining. We're going to see our next engagement here. Pepsa does get caught off, get zipped back into the back lines of Blue Army. And Rafikon here with a shutdown. Silence Pool, once again, perfect placement onto the one healer and one range DPS. Armor Valor is popped, just trying to silence some of those fire artilleries that are on the ground. Nice Avalonian Hammer engagement. Could have been a better engagement overall. The return, though, onto the front line of Blue Army, that's going to be painful. Luke Highpower dropping down to his knees. Rafikon did a very good job shutting down some of that extra range DPS. I believe if he didn't do that, it would have been a full wipe onto that clump. The boys in Blue Army getting pushed all the way back here. But look at this, 138 to 139 now. The point rotation actually went in favor of Blue Army on that swing, and it's going to be a tie pretty much.
Yeah, nice. 137 to 139. That is super close, but Blue Army does have 4 caps in their favor here, and red is very low across the board. But they have the momentum. It looks like they are pushing Blue Army. Blue Army is going to try to regroup at this choke probably and try to get a good turn as they have people coming from 3 directions merging in one. And here we go. There is a turn. Rigged a lot turns.
My nerd with the camline connecting onto his front line. Rafikon, though, shutting down those hills once again in the back end. Silence Pool does come out onto the nature healers here. And I'm looking at the point game, even though it's 70 seconds remaining into the next takeover. Everything's looking in favor of Blue Army for the time being. Rafikon does go down, though. And because I wasn't paying attention, we're just going to see the action unfold on top
big
of us.
Clump here on top of them. Nicely done. Can they get more follow-up by the Elevate team onto the Blue Army? I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Watch the points. There's one.
No, it looks like
133 to 134. Weren't we just tied?
We were just tied.
Yeah.
It's like it's 30 seconds remaining. It's going to be maybe a 4-point rotation here for Blue Army. Blue Army also pushing down, looking at that northwest cap. The southeast side is getting fought over at the same time. It looks like the boys, Blue Army, do get clumped at the front line. Perfect engagement. Permafrost connecting. Double Permafrost connection. There comes the execute with the Bloodletter. And once again, Blue Army on the back foot here. Woo-hoo, boy. It's not looking good for the boys in blue at the moment. Point rotation, though,
was able to get one of the 2 caps back. It doesn't look... Are they going to be able to get the center cap as well in time for rotation? They made a good push.
I don't think so. Nope. It didn't fall.
Yes, they did.
Oh, wait, did they?
They did. They just pulled 20 points off a blue team.
Oh, my God. What a clutch play there by the Rat. Just securing that center cap, and Blue Army giving up this northwest side here. They're going to do a rotation, which probably they should have done a long time ago. Just constantly getting wiped on that northwest side, losing that vision advantage, trying to push down. And I mean, props to the Elevate boys. Those melees just causing complete chaos, getting those executes off when they're needed. Blue Army struggling to find the clumps here. And now the fight for the center begins. A lot more open field, so it's going to give a lot more room for the boys to spread out. Here comes the Avalonian Hammer engagement onto the front line. Castaigne dragging that Camland back into his Zerg. But Rafikon doing what he can once again in the back line, shutting down those healers, those ranged DPS as well. Poop is getting shut down. Armor of Valor looks like it's going to get wasted here by that pop from Rafikon. And Permafrost does connect. Void Fox does get targeted. He's going to live, though. The Hellion Jacket. No, he does get executed. The Bridled Fury execution comes out. The boys on the front line looking very low, though. Pisto surviving at the moment. Nice little Camland, only going to connect on 2. And, I mean, look at that. The melees and stuff in the back line. Pistols is going to be looking for an engagement or an execute at the moment. Or any moment, shall I say, from now. But he's going to have to pull back. He does get targeted out.
Good reset by Blue, keeping most of their guys alive on this. But they have to find a time to turn on this. And this is a good time as they have the group that just came in here. There's only 6 of them. They could collapse on this and make them pay. Great stun in the backline by Rafikon, but nobody followed it up.
Nope. And look at
And
this.
now Blue Team's
Permafrost
gonna
on
pay
the
for
eastern
it,
side.
yeah.
The boys in blue getting pushed all the way back. We're probably going to see some executes come out. Rafikon still doing what he can to shut things down in the backline. Nice snare charge, just stopping everybody in the backline there, just popping them
Oh,
spells.
look at this. 108 to 105 on rotation. Does it get any closer than this? Well, yeah, we saw it. Yeah, it does. It can get a little closer.
Just a little bit closer.
A little bit.
But I mean, look how aggressive Rafikon's playing here. He's like this in 5v5s. When I watched the show with Lupac, you guys always mentioned how aggressive Rafikon plays. And even in a 20 versus 20, this man is out in the backlines trying to shut down those healers. And his aggressive playstyle just works so well for him. He
It
knows
works well until it doesn't. That's the thing, in the 5v5s, we talk about this all the time. His team is fantastic. That 5v5 team is fantastic at pushing and getting more pentakills than maybe anybody else besides the old Frog One team with I can't remember their names off the top of my head. Lance and those guys. But these guys, they have a problem when they start to need to fall back. They don't do it very well. And it leads to them losing more fives than maybe anybody else as well, and getting more pentas against them than anybody else.
Is a pretty wild player. Looks like Elevate, though, doing a full reset here. We may see them rotate. Looks like some of them are mounting up and rotating to the northwest side. I believe their 5v5 team's probably going to stay secure, keep that northwest cap secured, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. It is getting flicked, but it does get stopped. 30 seconds remaining. It's 106 to 93 at the moment. Looks like Elevate rotating just to secure the southeast cap. Northwest cap still being held. So it looks like it's going to be a free cap rotation for the boys in Elevate, just edging in that lead ever so slightly. And just look at all those silence pools on the ground.
It's just ridiculous. Like, you can't engage there. Nobody's coming in. That's a wall.
It's like a Mexican standoff. Ain't nobody passing through that choke.
Nope, not happening. I'm not going through. I'm not being the brave guy. I'm just going to walk through with no skills. Wow, that is a lot of one-handed maze.
Yep. I mean, even the Camland, that also gets a silence pool as well. So both sides have, I think, maybe 2, maybe 3 silence pools. Finally, we see an engagement. The first engagement coming on to Elevate's front line. Camland does connect. Permafrost just tickled the front line. The heals were down, though, for Elevate's front. And it looks like Scump, though, just zipping and zapping with those Bridal Furies, looking for the execute. Rafikon doing what he can to once again shut down the backline here. And he's doing a great job of it. Does get a triple stun on the backline, allowing June 8 to get an execute on the front line. Pepsa looking very, very low as he retreats back. Armor Vala is popped, though. He's going to be fine. Very much a back and forth at the moment. Nice Bridal Fury engagement there on the backline by Light. And Rafikon, once again, just abusing the backline of Elevate. And the cap rotation, still, it's 85 to 89. It's pretty much been even this whole entire time. Every time there's a point rotation cap, it just brings it back down to another even
number. Yeah, it's just like it's gone back and forth every single time. This has been incredible. It's just, these are two very evenly matched teams right now.
Yep.
I wish we could hit tab on the scoreboard.
I know. And Rafikon, though, just a little bit too deep, like you said. He did try and peel back for heals. The heals just weren't there, unfortunately. And it looks like Elevate, though, are still pinned on the northeast side. Emma, though, just chomping away there with the axe, I believe, the Avalonian axe. Like Blue Army, though, holding this choke point on for dear life. It's going to be another 20-point rotation, it seems like, for the boys in blue, as it's, no points are getting ticked. It's going to be 3 to 2 point rotation, bringing it down to 83 to 58.
This is so close. I love matches like this that just go back and forth over and over again. It just must be so rough on the psychology, though, while you're in it.
Yeah. I mean, so much going on, so much to focus on, and obviously all that while trying to perform at the highest level that you can possibly do. Looks like Elevate, though, rotating again. Once again, this is how fast, like, these boys just rotate, just keeping Blue Army on their feet. This is where other teams pretty much lack. Like, this Elevate team, their rotation game's on point. They just need a breakthrough. I mean, they're doing a great job so far. And I mean, if you're a 20 versus 20 team and you're watching this, this is how you rotate. Elevate just have it in the bag when it comes to these rotations. And it looks like it's going to be an easy breakthrough onto center platform here for Elevate as they, they just walk on through. No stoppage there. No, just nothing. And look at this. The melee's already just chomping away in the back line. Emma, though, a little bit too low. She's going to be fine. Defensive locus there being used by Elevate. Blue Army getting pushed onto the northeast side. Rafikon needs to do something to try and stop this advancing force. I mean, he is a one-handed mage. Just get some stuns in, man. But
He's
look at
doing
this.
okay.
Execute,
I mean, like
execute,
they just
execute.
have to keep the time in mind right now. If they lose this push, that's fine. If they lose a bunch of guys, they all suicide for it, it's fine. Suicide for the next 30 seconds to keep this 4 cap. Don't lose the 4 cap. Like, that's what you have to keep here, because that puts your opponents at 14. Like, just take the cap. Like, fight for it.
Yep. And they lost center cap there. They did take the rat cap of Elevate. So that's the home cap for people wondering what the rat cap is. It's the home cap. It's the home bases next to 10. But I mean, even though it's another point tick off for 20 points, how long we got left? We got a couple minutes.
Yeah, we can talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice engagement. It's going to be a full wipe here. Elevate just stomping on top of the retreating forces of Blue Army.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And this puts
numbers.
Elevate right back in play, though.
Yep.
They've got plenty of time to secure 4. And after that, they should be able to be in position to maybe even hold 4 by being at the forward position and just making Blue Army engage them.
Yeah,
they can probably hold the rest with their rat cap group.
Yeah, we'll
but they don't even go for the front forward cap to hold the 4. Okay. I mean,
surprised they didn't take Northwest cap. Finally, it does go down.
Yeah.
Blue Army's going to rotate to the eastern side, probably take Southeast cap for themselves, maybe able to secure the Northwest side. Actually, no.
The problem with that rotation there is it gives Blue Army the opportunity to go and get that Southeast cap if they had gone for it, because you knew that people were all the way over on the West, and they didn't hold that forward cap where they can force Blue Army to engage them.
It looks like it's going to be
let's see if they get that 4 cap. I may be talking out of school here. They have the opportunity for the 4 cap.
Yeah. I think it could be a 4-point rotation here for Elevate for the next round. We'll have to wait 30 seconds remaining into the next point rotation. It's going to be a battle here. Rafikon, nice Judy boots into the back line. Light there with the Bridal Fury. Nice return Camland engagement. Permafrost doesn't get connected as they did get bopped out of the clump. Unfortunately, defensive there. Locust being used for Elevate's front line for the retreating forces. Sisu looking pretty low. He does get some heals finally. Going to be re-engaged back into the fight. Is this a 5 cap rotation for Elevate? It is indeed. The return comes in.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Bye. Cap game important. Wow.
God.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't know if I bring up the scoreboard here. I know that the other match. No,
well, you were watching another match while you were shoutcasting while this is going on. Sometimes I'm able to get the scoreboard up, but it's late because you're still watching the other match and you're looking at the other screen occasionally, but you can't like watch the whole thing. And yeah, you didn't get in there in time. It happens.
Unfortunately,
good match.
Yeah,
good
very
match.
Nice comeback by Elevate, getting that
wow.
5-man cap. Incredible play by Elevate. I mean, it was a very, very close match across the board. Every rotation is pretty much on point for both teams. Very even fight indeed. But I believe that's it for me.
Well, before you go, Robin, I do want to keep you on for just one more moment because we did have a question in chat about what the 20v20, what we were watching actually. What are we even watching? It's the 20v20 Crystal League. We used to have a 20v20 mode in the game where if your guild owned a city, one of the 5 cities in the outer circle, even at one point Carleon as well, I guess, you could generate an income based off of owning those cities, and other groups could come in and take them by fighting you in a 20v20 match. And that was a lot of fun. So SBI decided to expand that mode to allow anybody to participate in part of our Crystal League, which is where we have instance fights where you and a group queue up together. You have to be part of the team. You don't really get to queue up alone. It's not like arenas, which is less structured. But the Crystal League, the 5v5 and the 20v20, you sign up with a full team. And then you're in a extended tournament that lasts the entire season where you try to rank up to, for the 20v20s, level 6, and for the 5v5s, level 9, with an extended Crystal League championship for the level 5 for the 5v5s. We don't know what'll happen with the 20v20s. This is our first season with them, but it gives a great opportunity for a guild to get their fighters together and participate in structured combat against another guild or alliance. It's not really a pickup group type of activity, though we have seen groups of friends who over the last, that they've met over the last 4 to 5 years, however long they've been playing, get together and play in what we call pug groups, but they're not your traditional, just sign up in a queue and get placed in a pug group. They're groups of friends that aren't in the same guild or alliance, and they play together.
Yeah,
Anything I
it's
need
not like
to clear
arena.
up there, Robin?
Yeah, it's not like arena. So you can't just sign up for one and get placed into a full 20v20 group. And if you want to start and, get your hands wet, level 1s 3 times a day, every single day. And they are completely safe. You just need tier 6 gear, and that's it. One set. You don't lose your set if you die. And you can practice, train, see if you like it. And once you get past level 3, the rewards are pretty juicy. We're talking battle mounts in chests.
Yeah, there's some great rewards. But the best way to get involved in any of these type of fights is get into a guild. Join a guild. If you're a new player, you need to find a group of people to play with who are already knowledgeable about the game. This has a very steep learning curve. I ran into somebody today who was like, I'm new to the game. How do I start a guild? And like they were trying to invite people into a guild that they had made that day as a new player. And I'm like, that's probably the most difficult way to find people to play with. What you want to do is join an existing guild, and they will teach you how to do all the activities of this game, of which there are so many. And yes, we will be watching 5s in about 10 minutes.
Yep, and that's what, level 5, 6, 7?
5, 6, 7. Good content for today. So we're gonna pull the last raffle. I already pulled it, actually. It's Sternwolf DK. One of our mods has won the raffle, along with Onslaught has won the raffle. And our earlier winners are Filler Up and Traxer 1. And again, to claim your prize, you have to whisper me. And it just creates a record. I will get you a gold code. I will send it out here on Twitch sometime before the NA invasion today at 1 UTC. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, we will be back in about 5 minutes with 5, 6, and 7 of the 5v5 Crystal League. And we will be joined by Lupac. We just need to reset the tools. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll be right back.
Good night,
Adios.
Robin.